Welcome back. Everyone loves a classic chip and dip, so why not find a tasty and healthy alternative for you to make at home?
Such a good point. And joining us today to help with a simple way to make your own chip and dip to snack on is OSF dietetic intern Hannah Dungan. Thank you so much for joining us, Hannah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good to see you. You've got the spread. You guys always lay it out for us. What are we making and where should we begin?
Today we'll be making a cucumber feta dip. It's the perfect dip for springtime or summertime because it's really refreshing and it's really easy to make because we're just going to throw everything in a bowl.
Oh, I love that. Dump and go type of deal. Okay, so we've got great ingredients, all very fresh. Where should we start?
So we're going to start with, I have a little washcloth in a bowl for you. It is actually one large grated cucumber, so I already grated that up. If you don't have a grater at home, you can also use a food processor or a blender. And because cucumber is made up of so much water, we're actually going to juice the cucumber and get all of the water out for you.
So I've seen this before, but I don't think I've ever been successful with it. How do you juice the cucumber?
So it's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. A lot of recipes say use a cheesecloth, but a lot of people don't have cheesecloths laying around at home. So you can also just use a dish rag or even paper towels. So I'm just going to wrap it up in the washcloth, and then you just start squeezing the cucumber.
Oh,
Let's
simple
squeeze
enough.
it.
Okay.
We're squeezing.
Look at him go. He's got to get his arm strength going here. Oh, there you go. Well done.
It's squeezing.
So how much are we trying to get out of here?
As much as possible, because when the dip settles, sometimes if you have a lot of leftover water, it'll kind of separate from the rest of the ingredients, but it's not a big deal if there's still water left over. You can just mix it up and it'll go back to normal.
Just like milking a cow.
He's going Hulk mode over here. Perfect.
You ever milk a cow?
All right, so once you've got most of the water out, I'm just going to have you transfer the cucumber in the washcloth to our clear mixing bowl in the middle there.
Okay, here we go.
Well done. That's relatively juiced, man.
Juiced up, baby. Don't do the juice.
There you go. All right, so we've got that one. And then what comes next, Hannah?
So the next part is, again, a Greek yogurt. So a little bit lower in fat and higher in protein. I chose to use a low-fat, plain Greek yogurt.
Okay. I know we love sneaking in our Greek yogurt into our dips because you really can't tell when you throw in a lot of other stuff in there.
Yeah, you really can't taste that it's a Greek yogurt. It kind of just adds some creaminess to it.
Perfect.
Okay, so once you have the Greek yogurt in, then I have a half a cup of reduced fat crumbled feta cheese.
Gotcha.
So we're going to add that.
Okay, that one's good. I want to share some of my ingredients with Matt so he doesn't feel left out.
She's nervous.
I am. You see, I get so many ingredients and I panic.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Okay, and then I've already juiced one small lemon for you.
Okay.
So I have a little cup of lemon. You don't have to add the whole thing if you don't like a lot of lemon flavor. I like a lot, so I usually add all of it, but if you don't like as much of a lemon flavor, you might just want to add half.
I'm up to your
Oh, going for all
Whole
of it.
There you go. Go to town.
And
next?
then just to add a little bit more flavor, since we did use a plain low-fat Greek yogurt and use some reduced fat items, I've added some seasonings just to add a little bit more flavor to this. So we've got a 4th teaspoon of garlic salt.
Wonderful.
Oh, I like that.
Then we've got a 4th teaspoon of garlic powder, because garlic makes everything better.
It really does.
So we'll keep a toothbrush handy after this one, it sounds like.
Hello, Shelby.
Gotcha. What was that last one? I think, did we have 3?
Is there a pepper?
Yeah, and then we've got an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper.
Oh, great.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
And then
Wonderful.
what comes next?
And then we just mix it all together.
The
So I
time
like
has
this
come.
because it's pretty much so easy. You just add everything to a bowl and mix it all up.
Perfect. Look at that. Such a good technique.
I'm working on my wrist strength now.
All right, we got about a minute left, Hannah, so how do we doctor this whole thing up?
Okay, so once you have your dip all mixed together, I brought some fresh dill to garnish it, so you can just sprinkle the fresh dill on the top.
Okay.
If you don't have fresh dill at home, you can use dried dill as well. It'll taste the same, but I like the color that the fresh dill adds, and you can impress your friends.
Oh, I love that. The
Yeah.
presentation is key. Now, I see I've got some pita bread over here.
Yes.
To make it fancy.
I like pita bread with this dip, but unfortunately, I'm never able to find whole grain pita bread at the store. And you know we like whole grains because they add more fiber and more vitamins and minerals, so you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you how easy it is to make homemade pita chips at home.
Okay.
So we're just going to cut the pita bread. There's already kind of a little indentation, so just cut on that line and cut it in half.
Nice, nice.
Gotcha.
And
so
then,
we're going to do a couple of squares of these because we're getting ready to wrap up here.
Yes, and then just cut them in half and cut them in half again and just make little triangles out of them.
Oh.
They'll be so cute. Finger food.
And then once you put them on the baking sheet, you just spray them with some cooking spray, and you can sprinkle on your favorite toppings. So I just used a little bit of salt, and then I used some dried herbs like dill and basil just to go with our dip today.
Look at that. You guys made it so pretty. Mine is always the presentation. We're still working on those things. But we're going to get this all squared away. Hannah, you did fantastic. Thank you again so much for sharing us this easy, simple recipe. And of course, we'll be sharing this recipe over on our website, ciproud.com.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. We'll come